This is team video presentation for Digby in Industry 74. My name is Austin, and I was in charge of the finance decisions for our group. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what I learned about business decisions, teamwork, etc. I learned that it is important to think about all possible outcomes when making a decision, as there could be adverse effects to decisions you make, like maybe things that you don't think about when you're making a decision, or some negative effects to the decisions that you may not know and a group member may need to discuss with you. A performance component that I'm going to talk about is our stock price and finance details of that nature. Our stock price had a closed price of $57.09, which is $17.59 change from last round. We have total shares of 2,896,029 with a market cap of $165 million. Our current book value per share is $29.35, and our earnings per share is $7.12. Our stock price has seen a steady increase and yet to see any negative growth. We've had a pretty linear trend since the beginning, as you can see from the visual on screen.
Hi, my name is Marla Matheny, and I was in charge of making the marketing decisions for the company Digby. I controlled the prices of the products and kept track of how many customers knew about our products, so I could increase and or decrease the sales and promo budgets accordingly. One thing I learned about business decisions and teamwork was that teamwork is the most important aspect in making business decisions. And without teamwork, any company would not be able to grow and excel in their field. And another specific thing I learned from the situation was that every small decision made for our company Digby affected its ranking overall against its competitors. And up to date, the 74 Digby company performed very well over the course of the 6 rounds. We excelled as a company by having no emergency loans, having the top amount of profits overall with 20 million and a cumulative profit of over 56 million, had the highest actual and potential market share with over 25% in the low tech segment, kept all products in the perpetual map circle for high and low tech segments. Our first product we launched, Days, was ranked as number 2 for top products in low tech segment with a market share of 18%, and we received 5 stars on round analysis for rounds 5 and 6.
My name is Kalen Puppelman, and I am a part of Digby Company in Industry 74. My role within the company was the production and HR section in Capsim. This involved deciding how much to produce per product, how much capacity to buy and or sell, and the automation rating for each product. Using the Excel sheet for forecasting helped tremendously on how much to schedule for production. If not for the Excel document, our production would have been even worse, and we could have it stocked out even more. These decisions we had to make were all small decisions, but were very important in the grand scheme of the simulation. If not enough production, the company loses out on net income. If not enough financing, the company takes a chance on an emergency loan. So many decisions could lead to other successes and or failures. Although our company was almost always behind the ball in making new decisions like staffing and TQM, we always learned from those mistakes and bounced back in the next round of those areas. For the balanced scorecard, our emergency loan was one of our best areas. Throughout the entirety of the simulation, we were one of few teams to not take out an emergency loan up until this point. Part of this came because the industry tended not to overstock until later rounds, causing all companies to sell their product no matter how good or bad it was. These later rounds have started to show whose companies are really doing good and their product placement and who is not doing as well. Not having to take out an emergency loan is great for our company because it has put less stress on us, but also has indirectly led to a buildup of arguably too much cash. With this, we must use this to invest more in our company to help our profits even more. For the analyst report, our productivity for round 6 was an area we excelled in. In the last round, round 6, we earned a full pie for productivity, meaning that we earned enough for sales per employee and profit per employee, which is calculated by total sales dollars divided by the complement. We earned 50 points on both sales per employee and profit per employee, leading us to get a full pie. In year 6, to obtain full credit, we needed $315,000 in target sales per employee. We ended up having $439,211, making us good for year 8 already.
Hello, my name is Tyler Sheridan, and I manage the R&D aspect of this simulation. I help to ensure customer satisfaction and maintain our product's high level of quality throughout this project. One thing that I learned from the simulation was that balance and precision are key when making our decisions. Honing in on one statistic can be beneficial in the short term, but being able to broaden our scope and balance each decision with one another proved to be more useful in the end. While we were one of the top performing firms in this simulation, we personally struggled with some of the balanced scorecard benchmarks, namely the TQMs and days of working capital. We chose to primarily focus on creating a solid product that generated high profits and took up a large portion of market share. While other companies took out emergency loans, we took due diligence to make sure we did not. Digby maintained the correct amount of inventory and made sure not to spend mass amounts of money on our products and their components. This was done to leave a nice cushion in the event of an emergency. Overall, we excelled in product management and precise calculations when making our decisions. Overall, as a group, we believe that it is important to take in everyone's opinion before making a decision. There were multiple instances where someone else in the group thought an opposite course of action would be most beneficial, and we would discuss the pros and cons of each decision so that the company as a whole would flourish. Our largest success measures are our profits, our market share of each of our products, and our prevention tactics to not take out an emergency loan, being the asset to liability ratio. Sales drove our ambition, and we believe that it was what put us in the well-off position we are in today.